and those reconciliation procedures are being reviewed and approved. So when we talked about segregation of duties on Wednesday, we did a short case, but with typically what you'll see is a segregation of duties matrix, and what you'll see is for each cycle or business process, and in this case we're talking about a revenue and accounts receivable functions, you look at the major functions in that cycle. And in this case it's order entry, credit, shipping, accounts receivable, cash receipts, IT, remember IT on our segregation of duties chart, and the treasurer, right? Really dealing with the person who's responsible for overall the cash, right? So you would then, along that line, list the different departments, and then, across the columns, list the different departments, and then in the rows, list the different procedures that are being performed, or functions. So receiving and preparing the customer order, approving the credit, shipping goods to customers. So all of the steps that are involved in processing a revenue transaction, right? And recording that transaction through the collection of that transaction, of the cash, as well as the consideration of the allowance for doubtful accounts. And you, again, remember, you want to make sure that there's a proper segregation of duties, so that, for example, a person who has custody of an asset, such as cash, doesn't also have the responsibility for updating accounts receivable. Right? They shouldn't have the ability to write off accounts receivable, for example. So that's what we call segregation of duties matrix. So when you think about segregation of duties, important step to take is to identify the departments or the functions involved, and then identify the steps in that process.